Hey guys, welcome back and thank you so much for watching yet another Sims 4 speed build. So today we're recreating the photograph in the upper left hand corner, and so I wasn't gonna mention anything, but I was watching the intro, like the mini tour, the sneak peek tour at the beginning of the video that you literally just watched, and all I could notice is that mailbox, the floating apartment mailbox, just right there in front of the house, outside of the lot. I don't know. I've like cursed every time I try to record a tour for these speed builds. It's like basically the only time I actually play the game, because I have to have Sims on the lot, and actually like change the seasons and everything to record the tour at the end of these videos. And so I feel like I always run into a glitch whenever I do a tour for you. And this time I had clicked on the mailbox and there was a button that said set as head, and silly me, I had no idea what it would do. I thought that it would be like set the sim as the head of the household, because I was like disabling their needs, so they don't have to like eat or anything and complain or pee their pants or anything like that. But no, apparently it means for some reason to set the mailbox as their head, like it attaches it to their head, and I had no idea. Like, do you guys know this? Like, how are we supposed to know that that button would set the mailbox as their head? That doesn't seem like an obvious thing to me, at least. So silly me, I pressed it, and when they exited the lot, it just stayed there in front of the house, of course. And I didn't like save a previous file or anything like that, so I couldn't just reload my game. So I was trying to figure it out for the longest time, but I was just gonna not mention it. But here I am, I'm starting the video mentioning that mailbox that I had the hardest time trying to get rid of, but it's not technically a part of the lot, so there was like nothing I could do. So there we go. I just mentioned it. I got it out of the way. If you happen to notice it, that's why it's there. If you didn't notice it, well, now you do. You're welcome. But anyways, we have a beautiful house that we're recreating today. I came across this house on Pinterest, of course, and it was just so beautiful. What stuck out to me personally was the tiered landscaping in front of the house, which I know that people have done this so many different times just with like what's it called, the terrain tools, but I wanted to try to do it with platforms and basically put the whole first level of the house on platforms now that we can. I wanted to try it playing with platforms some more, even though it's like old news, whatever, but I wanted to do a house that like utilized the platform some more now that it's not as buggy and we understand how to use them. So I still ran into some issues with the build, with the platforms on the first floor, but I knew how to handle them because they've been around long enough. So I was brave enough to attempt a build that relied more on platforms. Now that I figured them out, basically. So that's why I chose this build for you guys today, and I love how it turned out. I had a lot of fun recreating this part and just filling up these controlled landscaped areas. And then yeah, another reason I really liked this house is because of like the whole California indoor outdoor flow things. Like, this house has 1,000,000 outdoor patio spaces. Not literally, of course, but like there's this whole courtyard right here on the right side of the house. That's like the backyard space for them. That wasn't enough for me, so I gave them a whole side yard right here too. That part wasn't in the actual build, or in the actual house, but I felt like it was fitting and there was room for it, so I just added it. But anyways, there's that courtyard patio, there's the front yard patio, there's this patio right here on the second floor. You go up a third floor, there's another patio, and then on the rooftop, you'll see me in just a second, I add a rooftop patio because that's what the actual roof looked like. I found another photo and the whole backstory of this house, and that's why I'm changing it up right here just to make it a little bit more accurate because I actually really liked it. It's a lot of outdoor space, but that's like the whole selling feature of this house, that indoor-outdoor California living, because face it, they bought a lot that the owners, when I say they, I'm talking about like the actual real life owners of this house that this house was designed for. They bought a lot that was like oceanfront in California, so of course they're gonna want to actually enjoy the views and be outside because the weather's amazing here in California. So if I had an oceanfront lot in California and I was designing my own house or requesting a designer to build my house, of course I would want lots of indoor-outdoor living spaces. So I left that in this Sims version of the house and just really liked the whole idea of it. So that's why I chose, long story short, that's why I chose this house, and that's why I chose Brindleton Bay for it, because it kind of fit that cozy vibe, and it has a little bit more of a coastal feel to it, to me at least. Like when I first scrolled across this photo on Pinterest, I thought it was just another cute modern farmhouse, but apparently there's something called a transitional style house. Now, I mean, I don't know if this is just me, but this is the first time I'm hearing of a transitional style house. Like, we have modern farmhouse, we have traditional houses, we have modern houses, contemporary houses, cottages, and craftsman style. Like, there's so many different style houses, industrial, but this transitional house, that's the first time I'm hearing of it. I don't know if it's a common thing or if it was just this designer that called it a transitional style house, but apparently a transitional style house is what it sounds like, a mix between a traditional and a modern house. So it's like you like modern styles, but you're not quite ready for that flat roof or, you know, something super contemporary. So this honestly is like my ideal style house, and so now I know I like transitional style houses. Have I been saying traditional, not transitional? I mean transitional style house, if I haven't been saying that. But let me know in the comments below if you've heard of a transitional style house before, or and if it's just me, like maybe I'm just snoozing, I don't know. But I really like this style. I just thought it was just another modern farmhouse. I honestly don't know the difference. But either way, it has like a classic, timeless design to it. It doesn't have like that flat roof and like things that might go out of style. I don't know. I like it. But here I am. I thought it would be really cute and fun to give the dog, because of course this house has a dog, like they're dog lovers. If you live in Brindleton Bay, you have a dog. It's just a given. But the dog deserves its own house, and I wanted to give him, like, or her, a mini version of this large house. So I thought it would be really cute. I wanted to see if I could pull it off with half walls, because of course I had to use tall wall heights for the first floor, so that wouldn't work for a dog house. But it worked. I just used one of the half walls, and I used one of like the roof decorations instead of an actual roof for the doghouse, and added some string lights, threw in a dog bed, some dog toys, and the food bowl, and gave him his own garden and fenced off area, and it was just so adorable to me. hopefully you guys think so too. But I had a lot of fun creating that area, and I think every dog deserves that. So this is The Sims. I wanted to make it happen for at least one virtual dog, a mini version of their owner's home, all to themselves. So that's maybe one of my favorite areas of this house. I don't know. But here I am working on one of our mini outdoor areas. So we have lots of these outdoor lounge furnitures and these like fire pit coffee tables around. So hopefully you don't get tired of me building like these outdoor areas. But yeah, I really enjoyed overall building this house. But like I said, this side yard here, like this whole part wasn't in a part of like the actual house. I just felt like they deserved a side yard, like a whole, not something that was like a part of a rooftop or anything like that, or a patio. It just makes sense to have a yard if you own all of this land. So that's why I did that. And then for the right side of the house, I just couldn't leave it empty. I wanted to kind of blend it into the surrounding environment. So I just connected the path to the driveway area because it was just like, it just felt like too empty. So that was easy. That's what I did there. And now I'm basically onto the interior. I wanted the interior to feel just as kind of similar to the outside, just like natural and somewhat modern, but nothing too dramatic, because you want it to feel like classic, timeless. So I chose this light wood floors, and I thought that was pretty fitting. I don't know if I mentioned, but this house has 3 bedrooms and 5 bathrooms. So I cut out a lot of the bathroom footage. I think I left maybe 1 or 2, but I felt like that was a lot of bathrooms for you to watch me furnish. So, and this video would have been like very long if I kept everything in. So I cut out what I could. And one of the first things to go was the restrooms, just because they all looked pretty similar to each other. So you won't miss it, honestly. You wouldn't know that this house had 5 bathrooms if I didn't just now mention it. So that's why I'm mentioning it. But yeah, there's 3 bedrooms. It honestly could fit a whole lot more bedrooms because this house is so large. But there's some bonus rooms instead. Like this first floor has a laundry room right there under that archway. And then it also has an office on the 2nd floor and a fitness room on the 3rd floor, and then all of those patio spaces. So if you really wanted to have more Sims here, you could totally have the space for it. I just thought that it would be too repetitive, and so might as well put some other bonus rooms instead. But I did the kitchen really quickly, and it was basically like my go-to modern farmhouse style kitchen, because when I look at this house, that's what I see, even though it's technically a transitional style house. Honestly, same thing though, right? I don't know. It's a little bit modern, but a little bit traditional. So that's what I think of. So I kept it all light colors, hints of modern and traditional things. So honestly, same thing in my mind. So, one thing about this dining room, you just saw me furnish it, but, and I don't know if I said this already, sorry if I did, but we did get a recent update with The Sims, and part of that update, or all of that update, was basically CC content, except it's technically not. It's technically base game. We basically got free CC content a part of the base game now. So that's really awesome, because all of the CC content is very detailed. It's like the CC creators, custom content creators, they know what we need and what we want in The Sims, and like the colors that they came out with and the overall style of the build items are just all beautiful and all usable. So I really loved those. So in a little bit you'll see me just like swap all of the dining furniture and all of like the kitchen stools for those custom content items because, or not custom content items, for those new free base game items made by custom content creators. You'll see me swap those items because I built this house when that update came out, so I had to just upgrade that dining furniture because those items were just way too good not to use them. But anyways, here I am. I furnished that living room area, that whole family room area on the first floor really quickly. And the whole idea of this house in general is to be able to flow naturally and very easily from the inside to the outside. Outdoor indoor living, very typical of a California house, and so you'll see lots of that. But that living room, basically you can either exit straight onto that front patio area and sit outside there, or you can exit to the courtyard and barbecue there, or just sit at the fire pit lounge area, or eat there. Whatever you want to do outside, you can easily flow indoor and outdoor through the living room area, and also through like the kitchen area and the bedroom, and literally like almost every room has some sort of access outside. So here's the downstairs bedroom. So personally, I have a set of parents living here. They're on the second floor, and then this is the teen girl's bedroom. So that's who I kept in mind for this build. Just two parents, a teenage girl, and a dog. So you already saw the doghouse. Now you're seeing the teen girl bedroom, and I thought that they would just like some twinkling lights up there. It was very cute, and the dream catchers we got with the paranormal stuff pack and the plants from the paranormal stuff pack, like you wouldn't think that you would get these items in a paranormal stuff pack, but they're so good. So just don't let the name of the pack fool you. It has some really cute items in there. Oh, and there you go. I just swapped all of the dining furniture and the stools and the candles for all of the new update items. The CC free non-CC items we got in the update. I just added those into the downstairs area. But I'm on to the second floor now, and again, I wanted to recreate it as much as I could with the photograph, and so I just kept their like whole overall flow in mind for the interior. I'm not exactly replicating it, but I wanted to mimic the whole flow of the house as much as I could, and they had a second seating area on the second floor, on that landing area, so it's not just wasted space. And I also threw in like an easel there, and a bookshelf, so I felt like it was a little bit more interesting for gameplay. And instead of putting another bedroom, I put this office area, and here I felt like it was fitting to use the Machina windows. They're so beautiful, and they're honestly similar to the actual windows used in the photograph on the exterior, but when I tried them there, you probably noticed me struggling on the windows a little bit. I didn't talk about it, but you probably noticed it when I was building the outside. And the Machina windows were my first go-to, but they were just a little bit too distracting on the exterior, I felt, so I chose to use them only for the doors and for the interior office windows. But that is that. It's a cute office, if I say so myself. And I used the new table twice here. You see, I just love it so much in all of the swatches. So I used it in 3 different swatches in this build. I used it in the dining table and the office desk, and I also use it as like the beauty table, the ladies getting ready makeup area. I am blanking on the word, but yeah, I used that new table we got in the free update 3 times in this build, and sorry but not sorry, it's just too good. But this is still the master bedroom. This is the closet now. I wanted them to have their own walk-in closet, and their own, again, this is like the main bedroom space, and then they also have like their own walk-in closet and their own ensuite bathroom. That's what I'm trying to think of, and the whole getting ready area for the lady. But anyways, if they just walk right outside their hallway, that you have this other patio area on the second floor. Onto the upstairs. That was really quick. Onto the third story, I added a fitness room, and in the hallway, I just snuck a yoga mat there just because it made sense. There's a big window, so they would do yoga right in front of that window, and then they could exit onto the rooftop patio. But that is basically it. I hope you enjoyed this build and don't mind that floating mailbox. Hopefully you don't mind. It just distracted me. I had to mention it again. But let me know how you think I did, how close you think I got to the photo, and if you enjoyed this build overall, give it a huge thumbs up and subscribe for more videos similar to this. And until then, enjoy the tour.